participation, let's start with fuck cancer and fuck the coronavirus, everybody. Been wearing this for a year and a half now, getting a little too used to it, but like I said, I jotted down this. For those that know me, I get a little long-winded, but just a couple of thoughts I wanted to share with you tonight. Brent's big enough. Good evening, everybody. My name is Keith, and I'm the father of the bride, Jody Jane Lemke, which sounds kind of cool. First of all, I'd like to say thank you to everyone for coming, especially given the challenging environment we're forced to live in at this time. Although the crowd is smaller, the group here tonight is the core group of people that drives the love we all feel for these two young newlyweds. So in looking at it that way, this is all okay. It's all good. I'm honored and thankful to be able to speak tonight, so let's get this thing started here. I apologize, honey. I love you. I'm taking time because you guys got nothing to fucking do. The only way to tell the Jody story is to start from the beginning, and I'm going to tell you some Jody stuff you may not know. But before I go there, let's go back and start with the whole Lemke thing, because you guys are not getting out there. I had a small family before I came here tonight, and now I have a ginormous one. I gotta ask, and I don't care if you give me a number, how many Lemkes are there? Because there just seems like there's a lot. So,
How many?
I don't know.
I have 9 kids. They're all married happily, and they have families. So.
Well, Madden's offers psychiatric support for those that have done wrong. 9 kids. Quick story. After the farmhouse at Jody and Johnny's property burned, I saw a bunch of Lemke guys. They were standing around and talking like guys will do. So I went over to mingle like I tend to do. And when I got there, it was like being in the freaking redwood forest. There's big, tall men, everywhere, and then there's me. Carmen, Cameron, are you with me? All I could think of was, seriously, I must be in the land of the fucking giants. What the fuck, let's shut that thing off. But really, I felt like when I'm standing there, I'm like, I'm the elephant road, I just like a midget. However, I've never met a finer family in all my life. Jane and I are both very thankful to have Johnny become our son-in-law. We both feel blessed to be a part of this family. Thank you very much.
Way to go there, sir.
I also have to give a special mention to all of Jody and Johnny's personal friends from the hood and before. First time I go to the hood, there's some guy with a four-wheeler bringing in beer, It's my kind of neighborhood. I can see all of you guys love these two as Jane and I do. Sometimes things are meant to be, and in this case with Johnny and Jody, a higher power has brought these two together along with all of you. Let's sit back and enjoy the ride. Now let's take a little closer look at Miss Princess. Page 3. Well, it doesn't turn very much. Before she was 3 years old, she committed crimes. I was there. The first crime. This isn't good, but it's got to be said because we're family. First crime was theft. Jody Jane Moody, born June 12, 1996. Ain't that nice? At Methodist Hospital. She came to us in a flash and was talking and walking with a baby in a blanket and a baby doll right after she stole my birthday, June 12th. Theft. She's 9 years old and she's already accused of theft. A higher court, God, determined there was no criminal intent and that I should drop all charges against the said perpetrator, so I did. I love you. Assault. Second crime before she's 3 years old. At some point when Jody was an infant, I went to pick her up out of her crib and she was waving her little arms like kids will do and scratched my right eye with her baby nails. The resulting injury, and I honest to God, I never had anything like this in my life. Took almost 2 years to fully heal. I wore a patch and a protective contact on my eye most of the time. Put a parrot on my shoulder, it was like a freaking pirate for 2 years.
Yes, it did. Yes, it was.
Bring three back.
Not yet 3 years old, third crime. Cursing. Okay, so now we got theft, assault, cursing. I'm like, boy, Dad, you're really doing a good job on raising this one. So fast forward to about 3 years old, sitting on the couch with Jane, and Jody comes around the corner and says, clear as a bell, and I quote, "Somebody let the fucking cat out." She's got a baby thing with her and everything.
I know, I'm like, oh.
Most of my Bloody Mary went through my nose, the celery wouldn't fit. Theft, assault, cursing, 3 years old. Then, it all changed. Jonah the Motor is what we used to call her. She started running on all 8 cylinders and off she went. Kindergarten, June of 2001, Zoom, done. Elementary school, 1 through 7, Zoom, done. Middle school, 8th grade, 2009, done. Then, little crowd participation here. Then 2010, from late night TV, Johnny Carson, here comes Johnny. Chanhassen High School, 9th through 12th, class of 2014 with honors. Johnny's still here. Johnny won't leave. Applied and graduated from University of Wisconsin, Eau Claire, 2018. Johnny's still here. Bachelor of Science in Nursing, degree of BSN with a Spanish minor, and oh yeah, guess who's still here? Johnny. Passed the NCLEX test on the first poll, 2018. Couldn't have been prouder. Hey, look, guess who's here? 2018 to present, Jody's kicking ass and taking names in Ridges Hospital in Burnsville, working cardiac and making a name for herself by working her tail off. Johnny's still here. For 5 years till present, Johnny has achieved gainful employment with RMS and Savage via his Dakota Tech degree, and is also making a name for himself by working his tail off. We're all very proud. Guess what? Jody's still here. Thought I had you. You two, you two together are unstoppable. Your union today has raised the bar on love for all of us in attendance. I'm so very proud. In closing, I'm going to tell you a true story about Jody Jane. Sometimes sometimes you second guess and wonder if you did a good job being a dad. You question whether or not you raised your kids right. A few weeks back, as the pandemic was still peaking, I met up with these two again at the property. It's been a bit since I'd seen Jody, given her hours and all that's going on with the pandemic. Be mindful now that as a nurse on the front lines, Jody's well aware of the virus, and she's also very well aware of its various methods of transmission. So there we were, about 20 feet apart, catching up on stuff, but I was thinking the whole scene was kind of awkward from 20 feet apart. At that moment, Jody looked at me and said, "Fuck it," and ran into my arms for a big daddy-o hug. I did raise that kid right. Jane, we did raise that kid right. Jody Jane, I love you more than words can express. I'm so very proud to be your dad. You're my everything. Thank you.
Yeah, good job, lady.
Better now, better now. Oh, that's fantastic. Brilliant. Keith, that was fantastic.